Good morning, DeSoto. I'm TJ Cates. We're right here at OBTV Live. I'm with
Jill Santibanez, and look who we have today.
Bo Striplin, Apex Mortgage Group.
located right here on Crumpler Place in Olive Branch, Mississippi.
That's right. And Apex Mortgage Group, you own your own company, which is very exciting. You and Kevin Carter, you're running a big company over there, and you have a lot of customers. And you said referrals are great too, because you have it's like a customer comes back because you do such a great job with them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to give the real insight of our company, we're a mortgage broker, which means we have different investors, different lenders. We have flexible guidelines. Most banks, you got to have a 620, 640. We can go all the way down to a 580. We specialize. If you've been somewhere else and you've been turned down, we can look at your credit, tell you what to do. I tell people all the time, if you do what I tell you to, keep up your end of the bargain, I'll keep up mine, and you'll be in a house.
Awesome.
And you're able to get people in houses and get them out of the apartments and the rental mess right now. So you're able to
believe it or
them.
not,
as long as they have a good solid income and they can prove their income and their credit score is not as bad. Is it easier? They say sometimes it might be easier to get a mortgage than it is to get an apartment.
That's what I was fixing to say.
Right.
Like if you're trying to rent like off of Zillow or get an apartment or whatever, those are companies are managed by corporations. And again, most of those you have to have a 620, 640 credit score. They use a different income system we use, but your income has to be, I think it's either maybe 2 or 3 times the rent. So yeah.
Wow.
What's the percentage on FHA? Like 42% of your income minus
you
your
can go
finance?
up. That's why. Where we're at, we're blue collar, in my opinion anyway, upper blue collar economy. We can go up to 56.99 on the FHA.
Really?
Where most banks again.
So
40,
before taxes, 56.99% of their income can go towards, and then you back off
you have
car notes and stuff like that.
You have what's
Student
called a
loans.
front ratio and you have a back ratio.
Okay.
Your front ratio is you take your PITI, which is house payment, taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance. You divide that by your income. That gives you your front ratio. Your back ratio is you add all your credit cards, car notes, and all that stuff to it. Then you divide it by the income. That's your back end ratio. I've got them approved like 50 on the front, up to like 56 on the back, which is pretty strong, like I said.
That is strong. So that's one good thing about you being a mortgage broker is you're actually able to shop around and get them a good rate. But right now, y'all, he is about to set records, getting people out of rental houses, getting people out of rental apartments, and getting them into the first-time home buyers. And if you've owned a home before, is it still, if you've owned a home and you haven't had a home in 3 years, you're still considered a first-time home buyer?
There's not a lot of per se programs that we've signed up with, just a couple of first-time home buyer programs. And ours are super lenient. Like on ours, you have on the house within like 12 months, so that falls into it. Like our down payment assistance program, where you don't have to put any money, you just have owned a mortgage in the past 12 months.
That's great. And what does that do? That gives you 100% financing.
Basically, they're giving you 3.5%. You don't have to pay it back. It's completely forgivable. You just have to be in your house for 6 months.
Is that Mississippi or Tennessee?
This is a federal grant.
Oh, it's federal, so it works anywhere.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, so the only thing, you've also got closing costs. So your closing cost, if you can get that to be paid by the seller, somebody could get in for no money down.
I try to stay out of the real estate line as much as possible, but typically if you come in and you offer somebody full asking price, usually they'll pay your closing costs. Not every time, but again, my opinion, the last couple of months, we're seeing sellers a lot more aggressive because, again, the numbers, they're just steadily going down.
I think it's more of a buyer's market than a seller's market now.
I think it's pretty much, but it ain't by night and day. Yeah, it's still pretty. I mean, you just can't go in by saying that. Buyers can't go in and say, "Hey, your $220,000 listing, I'm offering you 160 and you pay."
Sure. You still have to
that ain't happening.
What I love about Apex Mortgage Group is you have so many different kinds of loans. You even have loans for if somebody's just looking for a mobile home, or if they're looking for a tiny home, or first-time home buyers. VA loans for veterans, and there's just so many. And you talk to people and you explain to them just so you can make sure they qualify for what they need.
And when they call the number, they get you and Kevin. They get the owners of the mortgage company.
We do voice over IP. So even if you called our 800 number, which I only put it on anything because I want people when I
you have your direct cell phone numbers.
You can call me because we're not some big corporation. I can't. The way that I compete with, say, some of the bigger names, I ain't gonna, but some of the big huge mortgage companies in town, it's service. If you call me on a Friday, I'm gonna call you back.
Well, let's talk. Yeah, that's a big benefit that everybody has as far as coming in and dealing with you directly and catching you 7 days a week. So you're really easy to work with. So it's really good to pre-qualify right now because the rates are changing for the better, thank goodness. And then the home values are stabilizing a little bit. We don't have a lot of the cash buyers fighting against. So now's a really good time to come in and get pre-qualified.
I mean,
what's your process if somebody calls or emails you to get
Starting
pre-qualified?
off,
Do they have to come in?
No, I can do it over the phone.
Okay.
There's only two things. I'll start out with this. There's only two things that keep you from buying a house long term. Have you had a foreclosure in the last 3 years? If so, you have to wait 3 years from the actual sale date on the foreclosure. Have you had a bankruptcy? If you got a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, then you have to wait 2 years from your discharge date. Chapter 13 is a different story. You can actually, a lot of people don't know this. We do these loans. You can actually buy a house if you're in a wage earner bankruptcy. You just have to get permission from the trustee. So.
Okay. And the good thing about it, when you do your VA loans, you're an Army veteran like my father, and you're able to relate with them, and you're
Thank you
helping
for
them
your
get their
service.
credentials and help them get that's 100% financing also.
Great loan. Best loan available is a VA loan. No money down, no monthly mortgage insurance on it.
I did not know that.
On a refinance, you can do 100% cash out refinance with a VA loan.
So if somebody right now has a home and they have a lot of equity built up into it, it might be a good time to refi. And then if they do a VA, then they can go up to 100% because some refis do what, 80, 85%
Yeah, 80
of the
and
value?
85.
So a
that's why I
VA
keep
can do
it.
100%.
VA's 100.
So you could actually cash out some of that wonderful equity that you gained. Yeah, because rates are getting better and it's a good time to call Bo. Let's tell people where they can contact you,
901-870-5727.
the direct number.
My email, wstriplin@myapexmg.com. Our website, again, www.myapexmg.com.
This has been TJ Cates with Good Morning DeSoto with
Jill Santibanez and
Bo Striplin, Apex.